सर्वविघ्नच्छिदे तस्मै गणाधिपतये नमः। यत्प्रसादात् कवीन्द्रत्वं मन्दोऽपि लभते क्षणात्। तां शारदेन्दुस्वच्छाङ्गीं वन्दे देवीं सरस्वतीं। योगाश्रयं पापवियोगहेतुकं गुणालयं हारमशेषदुष्कृतां कृतीश्वरं वेदगिरां परं पदं घनत्विषं गोपकुमारमश्रये। Dear friends and respected chair, let me introduce ourselves. I am N.K. Sundareswaran from University of Calicut. I am teaching Sanskrit there. To be specific, I am teaching Kavya Shastra, more text on Kavya Shastra, and my areas of special interest are Vedic literature. I am an Adhityan of Krishna Yajurveda, Taitriya Shakha, and also history of Indian mathematics. And Miss P.M. Vrinda is my friend and student. She is doing right now research leading to doctoral degree on the Kriyakramakari commentary of Lilavati. Now about our paper. Actually, our original proposal was to have a close study of all the manuscripts of commentaries written in Malayalam language on Lilavati. Professor K.V. Sharma, Dean of Kerala Mathematics, he has reported there are 6 commentaries, manuscripts of 6 commentaries written in Malayalam language spread all over Kerala. Many of his manuscripts recorded by him, are there still in Trivandrum Manuscripts Library. When we started, we have been able to find out that many of the manuscripts are in very bad condition, brittle and damaged, and we could get 2 commentaries, the manuscripts of 2 commentaries transcribed. We are getting a full commentary written in Malayalam language, 2 commentaries. Both are anonymous, and the dates are not known. We have to work on it. And now the title of our paper is 2 Malayalam commentaries on Lilavati. Now our focus is not on the manuscripts but on commentaries, please note. And I shall slowly read out my paper, and in between, wherever necessary, some slides or images will be shown. Our original proposal was to have a close study of all the manuscripts of commentaries written in the Malayalam language on Lilavati, available in the 3 public repositories of manuscripts in Kerala. Number 1, Oriental Research Institute and Manuscripts Library, Trivandrum. Incidentally, this is a great institution from where many of the classics of ancient India were discovered and published. For example, Nati Shastra, Aryabhatiya, Arthashastra, and Adi Srimantakalpa. Number 2, Sri Ramavarma Government Sanskrit College Library, Sanskrit College Grantha Library, Tripunithura, is located at Cochin. Number 3, Tunjan Manuscripts Repository, University of Calicut, our own university. But as we could not succeed in getting physical access to all the manuscripts, we are constrained to confine our study to the manuscripts of 2 commentaries. In fact, a majority of available manuscripts are of these 2 commentaries, and also these carry much significance from the point of view of textual study. We place in record our gratitude to the authorities of the said institutions for having provided the manuscripts in CD form. We have utilized the following manuscripts. There are in total 9 manuscripts. Is shown in the table, you can see. Of these, The first four and the last one contain one commentary. The remaining ones, that is 619A, 619B, 620A, 620B, all these four commentaries pertain to the second commentary. The authors of both these commentaries are unknown, and also we do not get any name ascribed to these commentaries. The first commentary has the benedictory verse which I recited. Yogashrayam Pava Yoga Hetukam Gunalayam Haram Shesha Prashkritam Katishwaram Vedagidam Parampadam Henapisham Gom Kumaramashraye. And hence, hereafter it is referred to as Yogashraya commentary. The second commentary has the benedictory verse Abhipretartha Siddhartham Pujito Yasurairavi Sarvavidhaksite Tasmai Ganadhiptaye Namaha, and is referred to hereafter as Abhipreta. The language and script of course Malayalam employed in all these manuscripts suggests that these are not later than 1850. This is the Yogashraya commentary, one of the manuscripts. I shall read slowly. Hari Shri Ganapataye Namah. This is the commentary on Abhipretartha Siddhartham. Abhighanamastu. Those who can read Malayalam, it is very similar to modern Malayalam. Abhipretartha Siddhartham, etc. The next. This is more beautiful. What do you call? Script is written. The writing is more beautiful and more readable. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Yogashrayam Papa Yoga Hetukam, etc. These two manuscripts we got from Cochin College, that is Tripura College. Corroborating this, we get, that is corroborating our assumption that not later than 1850. We get in the colophonic statement of the manuscript number 17683 the date of completion of writing as the 3rd of month Chinyam. Chinyam is Malayalam month corresponding to Simha Masa, that is a solar month. Malayalam era 980. This date falls in the year 1805 CE. Here we also get the name of the scribe as Valappil Cheriyaraman. That also we shall show. The date of completion of writing as well as the name of scribe. The name of scribe is given as Valappil Cheriyaraman. This date of completion is that falls in 1805 CE. Salient features of the Yogashraya commentary. It is a simple and clear exposition of the text. Number 2, while commenting on the text, this commentary quotes passage at hand of the original text in verbatim. Number 3, the Karma Sutras are mostly explained with the help of illustrative examples of the text. The Karma Sutras and Udaharanas or Uddeshakas are quoted together, and then the Karma Sutras are illustrated with the examples given in the Uddeshakas. This is something peculiar. In all the available commentaries, first the Karma Sutra or the Sanskrit verse giving the formula is explained, is given and explained, and then the illustrative example, the verse giving the illustrative example is given and explained. But here, the Karma Sutra itself is explained along with the help of illustrative example. Number 4, at times the explanatory passages from the Vasana portion of the original text are reproduced without mentioning the source. It is never mentioned this is Vasana portion like that. Number 5, numbers are expressed in words. Sometimes they are expressed using digital symbols in Malayalam. Number 6, there are no diagrams, there are no figures. Whereas in the other commentary, you find figures drawn, triangle, rectangle, etc. They are drawn. It is very difficult to draw figures and diagrams on a palm leaf, if you remember. Number 7, the order of the verses in Lilavati are not in conformity with that of the Kriya-Kramagari commentary. Kriya-Kramagari commentary being the most popular and extensive commentary from Kerala. Rather, it is more in conformity with that of Buddhivilasini of Ganesha Daivanya. So also the readings. Number 8, the section on Chandastityadi is occurring at the end of Mishra Vivahara in this commentary. This agrees with the order of Buddhivilasini. But in Kriya Kramagari, the section on Chandastityadi comes after the section on Shredi. That is, the reading differs from Kriya Kramagari. An instance is given. In both the commentaries, it is like that. Besides, the Karma Sutra, Padakshara Vidagache, etc. appears at the end of the section on Chandastityadi in this commentary, unlike in the Kriya Kramagari, where it appears in the beginning. As we will shortly see, Abhipreta also agrees with the Yogashraya in these respects. Number 9. But this commentary does not simply follow the reading of Buddhivilasini tradition. There are 2 verses in this commentary which are not seen in the Buddhivilasini. For finding out the radius of a circle from the 4 sides of a quadrilateral inscribed in it, a cyclic quadrilateral. This verse was referred to in the forenoon session, the other venue. These verses are Doshnam Dvayor Ghatayutinam Tisranam Vadhe Ekaiko Netara Traikya Chatushkena Vibhajite Datthamulena Yadvriddam Vishkambhardhena Nirmitam Sarvam Chaturbhujam Kshetram Tasminnevava Dhishtite. The Kriya Kramagari also has these verses. Here we have a finding, please notice. K.V. Sharma, while editing, puts these under the section Vritta Chaturashara. It may be noted that here again the position of these verses differ. In the Yogashraya, these come after the section on Suchi Kshetra, while in Kriya Kramagari, these are placed before it. We shall come to this point again after later on. Number 10. The term Shredi is always given as Shreni. Instead of Shredi, it is given as Shreni. Number 11. There is a verse in Sanskrit which gives the cubes of counting numbers 1 to 9 using the Katavayadi system of notation. It runs as Yajnena, Danena, Sukhena, Vartanam, Murasya, Tapotra, Gavanga, Ropanam, Dharastha, Ekadi, Navabasayinam, Nityam, Kakanam, Ghanam, Atra Vidyatam. If you take 3 syllables, that is Yajnena, that is 1 cube. Yajnena, if you decode using Katavayadi system, it will give 1. Danena, cube of 2, that is 8. Sukhena, cube of 3, that is 27. Like that, all the cubes are given in as simple rules. Number 12. For finding the square root and cube root, an easy method is given after explaining the method enunciated in the text. We get a Sanskrit verse in the beginning with the introductory remark, Varga Ghanangalude Moolathinna Oru Upadesha Shlokate Parayunnu. Meaning, for the square root and cube root, a verse is enunciated. The verse runs as Ishtabdam, Ishtanvitam, Ardhitam Yat, Ishtavargasya Moolam, Ghanamoolam, Evam, Dvirahruta Ishtaikya Phalavisheshe. It is noticed that this verse is incomplete and that as such it is difficult to construe. We will be coming to this easy method again later on. Now we are coming to the second commentary, Abhipreta. Salient features of the Abhipreta commentary. Number 1. This also is a simple and brief exposition of the text. This is in contrast with the Kriya Kramagari, which is extensive and elaborate. Number 2. The original text of Lilavati is never quoted in the commentary portion. only the introductory and concluding remarks like iti trairashikam, ingane ghanamuyam, and atha saptarashikam are seen. The commentary presupposes the text which it seems is given separately in the first part. Thus the manuscripts 619A and 620A contain the text alone, and their B part contain the commentary. Number 5. Unlike the Yogashraya, here some geometrical figures are drawn to illustrate the point at hand. Number 6. The text more or less follows the order of Kriya Kramagati. Number 7. This is violated, same as Yogashraya commentary. In one case it is violated, that is in the case of Chandaschitya. Number 8. Passages from Vasana are seen intermixed with the verses of the text. It is not specified that these are from the expository notes of the author, that is Bhaskara900. Number 9. Many verses that are cited in the Kriyakramari commentary are also reproduced. Number 10. It is to be noted that there is no any indication either to the sources of these verses or to the fact that these do not belong to the original text. The verses of Lilavati, the passages of Vasana appearing sporadically, and these verses are given as a running matter without any kind of demarcating expression. There are some verses in this commentary which are not found in Kriyakramagari or Buddhi Vilasini. For instance, for finding out the area of a circle and the volume of a sphere, it gives a simple verse apart from the Karma Sutras, Vritta Kshetri, etc. and Vyasasvarga, etc., which are given in Kriyakramagari and Buddhi Vilasini. It runs as Vyasasya Vargat Shara Sayakagni Kshunnat Divi Panchabdhi Kritam Phalam Syat Ghani Krita Vyasaka Eva Nagadriyanga Hartam Gola Phalam Ghanaksham. We get two more verses which do not appear in Kriyakramagari. They are, the text is given and read out. Easy method for finding the square root and cube root. Now we are coming to the method given in the first commentary, Yogashraya. Easy method for finding out the square root and cube root. It is very simple. We want to find out the square root of a number. You divide it with any chosen number and leave out the remainder, and find out the average of quotient and divider, and again divide the original number with the average, leaving out the remainder, again find out the average and proceed. Repeat the process. At one stage you will not get remainder and quotient dividers will be one and the same. That is given. For that a Sanskrit verse is given which we cannot know, it is incomplete, it is difficult to construe also. For finding out the cube root also the same very same process. First we have to divide the number whose cube root is to be found out with the chosen number twice, and then find the average of the divisor and quotient. So there is some interesting, curious method given. It may seem to be laborious sometimes. We call it as easy. Okay. Now coming to variant readings. Both the commentaries give an abundance of variant readings. As it is impossible to give an exhaustive list, some important variants are given. Number 1, actually we have made a list, a long list. We are focusing only significant variants. Number 1, in the Buddhi Vilasini, the characteristic feature, Lakshana, of an impossible triangle, Akshetra, is given as Drishtodittam Rujubhujam Kshetram Yatraikabahu Taswalpa Taditara Bhujayutihi Athava Tulyadnyayam Tad Akshetram. This is the Buddhi Vilasini tradition, Buddhi Vilasini tradition. The Kriyakramari has it as Swalpa Taditara Bhujayutir Athava Tulyaika Bhujam Adhunat Uddishta Yadi Mohat Nedrik Kshetram Bhavatyataha Kshetram. Entirely different way. It gives another Lakshana also, Evava with the introductory remark Evava Sutra. Chaturashre Triyashreva Kshetre Yatra Ekabahutaha Swalpa Taditara bhujayutihi athava tulya nyayam tadakshetra. So Kriya Kramagiri gives two lakshanas which are entirely different from the Buddhi Vilasani rating. Now both our commentaries have these verses. There is some slight difference in my saying. You can see, I shall read out. The Yogashraya gives the second verse as the lakshana and does not give the first verse at all. The Abhiprayata gives both the verses in the order of Kriya. Number 2, the Kriya Kramagini, after giving the formula to find out the diagonals of a trapezium. No, there is something wrong there. Actually, the formula is to find out the diagonal of a circle from the four sides of a cyclic quadrilateral. कर्णाश्रित स्वल्पभुजैक्यम उर्वीं प्रकल्प्य तच्छेषभुजौ च बाहु साध्योपलम्बस्य तथा अन्यकर्णस्य उर्व्याः कथञ्चित् श्रवणो न दीर्घः तदन्यलम्बाच्च लघुस्तथेदं ज्ञात्वेष्टकर्णस्य धिया प्रकल्प्यः gives a varied reading, probably for the second hemistich of the first verse and the first part of the third hemistich as साध्योपलम्बो लघुदोस्वमानादुगुणोत्तरकर्णो न समो न दीर्घः अन्यस्तु लम्बाधिकः with the remark iti keshuchit pustakeshu patho drishyate. Yogashraya gives this variant reading in the same manner. Only difference is that the variant reading is preceded with the remark atra pathantaram. The second section on the right triangle, Kriya Kramari gives two alternate Karana Sutras with the remark Ayamam va Karana Sutram. There the text is given. These verses do not find a place in either in Yogashraya or Abhiprayata. That is, we cannot say that these two commentaries are strictly following Kriya Kramari. Neither we can say that they are strictly following Buddhi Vilasani. They have drawn from both the tradition. Now we are coming to two of our findings, that is Dosham Dvayo Dvayoho, the verse which was referred to in the forenoon session also. We have seen that Kriya Kramari, Yogashraya and Abhiprayata have the Karana Sutras, namely Dosham etc. to find the diameter of a circle from the four sides of an inscribed quadrilateral which is absent in the Buddhi Vilasini. These two verses are actually prescribed by Vadashiri Parameshwara in his commentary on Lilavati. This fact that Parameshwara has given such a formula in his commentary was pointed out by T.A. Saraswati Amma in 1962 itself. In 1962, she published a paper. This is from Geometry in Ancient Medieval India, which came out in 1972. 1962 itself, she has found out that these two verses are, they do not belong to Lilavati and they are neither to Kriya Kramari or there is Shankara. They are of Vadashiri Parameshwara. Saraswati has noticed and she has given it. K.V. Sharma in his work, A History of Kerala School of Hindu Astronomy, cites these verses with the prelude. In Western mathematics, the 18th century mathematician Louis is credited with the discovery in 1782 of an expression for the circumradius of a cyclic quadrilateral. In India, however, we find the same formula enunciated by the Kerala astronomer Parameshwara in his commentary on Lilavati on the following lines. This is from K.V. Sharma's book, A History of Kerala School of Hindu Astronomy, which came out in 72. This he wrote in 72, but in his edition of Kriya Kramari, which came out in 1975, he has given these very same verses as the 190th Karana Sutra of the text Lilavati, with the introductory statement as Atha Chatushkonasprishaha Varidhehe Vyasartha Kalpanaye Karana Sutra. Obviously, Sharma has failed to notice that these verses are the very same ones, which he had stated to be initiated by Parameshwara. But we cannot blame Sharma fully for this. Having seen the introductory statement, Atha Chatushkonasprishaha Varidhehe Vyasartha Kalpanaye Karana Sutram in the manuscript, he might have taken these lines as of the Lilavati. In the mathematical tradition of Kerala, many mathematical findings were couched in beautiful Sanskrit verses, which floated freely in the oral tradition. We know this fact from the path-breaking studies of Sharma himself. Many such verses containing mathematical findings of Sangamagrama Madhava are preserved in the works of Adasheri Parameshwara, Kelalur Nilavanya Swamayaji, Jeshtadeva Pudumana Swamayaji and others. In the Kriyakramari itself, we get many such verses prescribing mathematical formulae, which are introduced as Karana Sutras or Sutras. That is why Sharma understood. These verses giving mathematical formulae, they are often introduced as iti Karana Sutrani, iti Sutrani. Here you see, atra Dvadashankulashankoho, etc. Vivarmata Parameshwaracharyanam Tenaiva Karana Sutrani cha Kritani Tani Sodaharnani Sanyasani cha Maya Pradarishyante. This is from Vyakraveri. He says that Parameshwara has given many formulae and he introduced this formula as Karana Sutras. Karana Sutrani Pradarishyante. Again, somewhere else he gives, the author of Kriyakramari gives some verses, similar verses. And there he says, Idaranayanam Chaturdha Karyam iti Upadishtam Kenachit Ganita Yuktivit Agresarena Tadapyatra Pradeshyate. By some unknown scholar he says, Kenachit Ganita Yuktivit Agresarena, who knows the rationale of mathematics. He has prescribed this formula which I am reproducing. Bhaskara is saying. So what we doubt is that these verses, these Doshamka, etc., they might not have been composed written by Parameshwara. All these they might have drawn from a tradition or earlier tradition. Other verses of Parameshwara. We have noticed that the Abhiprayata commentary has many common verses with the Kriyakramari. Actually, many of these are Vadashari Parameshwaras. Shankaracharya, the author of Kriyakramari, has mentioned this. Thus, while commenting on 32nd verse of Lilavati, he writes, the text is reproduced. Following this, he gives 6 formulae and their illustrative examples. 13 verses of this tract are reproduced in Abhiprayata. Similarly, at the end of the section on Chayadhyanena, Shankaracharya quotes the formulae and illustrative examples of the scholar with the introductory remark which the text was shown from Kriyakramari. He then gives 3 formulae and their illustrative examples. These verses are also reproduced with the Abhiprayata commentary. Further investigations are to be carried out to get the identity of the scholar. These sutras and udaharanas, which might have been very popular in the oral tradition of Kerala School of Mathematics, clearly indicate ample scope of further research in the field. The common verses outside the text of Lilavati that are seen in the Kriyakramari and the Abhiprayata commentary have, in fact, this oral tradition as the source. Even the verses which are ascribed to Parameshwara by tradition might not have actually been composed by him. Now we are coming to another point where while editing Kriyakramari, Sharma was unable to get the full text of some passages, and he has filled the library and he has gone home. And we are getting full text from these commentaries. At the ending portion of the section on Kuttaka, Kriyakramari gives 2 examples for finding. Number 1, the number of adhimasas, etc. Technically, we need not go into. Heavy Sharma has cited the first verse, filling the lacunae in the manuscript as, in the square brackets, he has filled up the lacunae. Khyata yogadhimasa nava vasu hutabhuk kshatrasai samhitasyu saura masastadiya ayuda hadara saigashvino yatra vidvan shesho yatradhimasasya tu kha naga gaja saptashunya dvi sankhya tasmat yatadhimasan ganakabadha tatha saura masanshta yatan. We get the correct reading of the complete verse from the Abhiprayata commentary as Yoga, Yatradhimasa, etc. Another example. In the second verse also, I said 2 verses he is quoting. In the second verse, This is the first verse. In the second verse also, Sharma faces difficulties without getting the correct reading. He notes that the number as given in the explanatory portion does not agree with that which is given in the verse. His version of the verse is as follows: Yaugani havamani triyuga kha gajaikabdhi sankhyaani vidvan chandrahankangangarasa vidhu nagangashvitulyani yatra अष्टाभ्राह्येकदस्रो दधिशतयुगलाश्चावमस्यात्र शेषः तत्र अतीतावमानि प्रपद मम गतानि चान्द्रान्यहानि. Here the lunar days in a Kali Yuga are given by the phrase, that is a second line, Chandraha Ankangangarasa Vidhu Nagangashvitulyani. It gives a number. The number as per the reading is 267, 16, 69. Sharma notes that in the manuscript this is wrongly given as 267, 16, 68. The problem is with Sharma's reading of the verse. The number given in the manuscript is right. The Abhipreta commentary has the correct reading of the second line as Chandrahani Ashta. There we get Anka. Here Ashta. Ashtankangarasa vidhunaganga ashvitulyani yatra, which solves the problem. Now, friends, we are concluding. Thus, we can see that the two Malayalam commentaries provide valuable source material for further research on the textual tradition of Lilavati. They also indicate the scope of further research on the oral tradition of medieval Kerala mathematics. Thank you. We are happy to announce that we will be coming out with the edition of these two commentaries.
Any questions? Any doubts? Yes.
This is absolutely fascinating work, and eagerly anticipated. Since you have noted that both commentaries are anonymous, but I wondered, since you have very clearly shown that the authors, or at least the author of the Abhipreta, is very well acquainted with, very intimate with the Kriya tradition. Do you have any guesses? Could you put a name to some later scholars in the Kerala school that you think might have been the author of at least one of these works?
No, right now we are unable. Not only that, this verse, this invocator verse, Abhipreta Siddhartham, it doesn't have a sign, personal stamp of the author, because this verse is seen in many manuscripts. But regarding the other verse, it does have the personal stamp, but from this we are unable to, right now we are unable to find out anything. This Abhipreta Siddhartham is a very common verse, seen in manuscripts.
The date and the author, we are just getting the name.
Yes.
But what about the date?
Date from date of manuscripts only we are able to find out that too vaguely. Not later than 1800 from manuscript, the script used and the language. And of course, these two commentaries will be written later than Kriya commentary. But the tradition from which it draws is very old. Yes, that is how.
This verse you said about finding the square root and taking the average.
Yes.
The same method is in Sundareswaran.
Sundareswaran also.
Sundareswaran has given this method.
Yes.
With the full verse.
Full verse. Okay. I shall look into Madhan's. Yes.
I'll give you a copy. We have published it.
Sundareswaran, Professor Madhan has published from Prasarak. From Prasarak. Yes. Yes. I will go through. Thank you for it. We will go through it.
And the from the explained by Professor Krishna, mathematical explanation is given. How to arrive at the square root using average.
Yes. It is actually, it implies a geometrical proposition. Yes.
Yeah, just to follow up on that, I believe the method has been reconstructed in the Bakshali manuscript, incompletely described, which is exactly the same thing. It's an ancient method, this square root by means of the average, but I have never seen a version attempting to get the cube moved that way. Is that also in the
It's very simple. It's very simple. From a plane figure, from a quadrilateral, you have to find out the square.
Right.
Just you contract this length, and the breadth will be increasing. When the breadth increases, length decreases like that. At one stage, it will become a square. In the case of a cube, it's a solid. You have to make it, compress it, and make it a cube-like thing. So first you make one side a square, then you can go on compressing it.
So giving a geometry,
yes,
right.
But having a geometrical explanation,
yes,
which is
but
nothing but the geometrical demonstration of algebraic
yes.
which is very common in Kerala mathematics, especially in Kriya Kramkari, not only in Kriya Kramkari.
That's why I asked you that day, because Shankarabaranam fixed at 16th century.
Yes. We doubt that this might have been contemporary, or I am very I hold a very strong opinion that the tradition is earlier one. The date of the commentary, composition of
Probably
commentary.
Kerala tradition, that's why here is also written.
Yes. But it is very interesting.
Very interesting.